This is one of my pride and joys. The family gave it to me of my best friend that passed away. And I had held it and played with it a number of times at his house while he was alive. And so they knew I liked it and they gave it to me. But let's face it, you can't carry around a sword nowadays to defend yourself. But that doesn't mean violence can't come your direction. When I started the candy truck in 1983, I had never seen much violence before that time period. And so I was shocked, if you will, because the first fight I ever saw was over at the football game. The game had just gotten over and they had a dance. And the dance lasted for, I think, an hour, give or take. And the crowd had dispersed and the people in the band had put their stuff and they had even left. And so one young couple was coming and I had to go pick up the park area, as state law says. So I had picked up the park area and I came back to the candy truck and was getting ready, shutting my lights off on the sides of it and getting ready to close up. And about 30 yards down the street was a pickup. And there were 5 guys around it, real loud. They were drinking, you know, aggressive and that type of thing. And a young couple that had been over the dance area, they got up and they come walking down this direction. Their car was behind me. As they passed the group of men there by the pickup, and I wasn't watching the start of the event, I heard screaming. And I looked over, and here is a young girl saying you know, screaming, he didn't say anything, he didn't do anything, why did you hit him, why, you know, and she's just going ballistic, you know. And the 4 men, they semicircled both the man on the ground and the young lady, and she was attractive, there's no question, and in a short dress. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what's coming down the pike? And I thought, man, you know, even if I attempt to do something, I'm outnumbered 5 to 1. Not even I have that kind of courage unless it was a family member in there. And so I'm trying to figure out what else could I do. Well, about then, and the guy that had hit him, he was standing over him, man. He had his fist, man, come on, get up. And, you know, he was wanting to fight him some more. He was drank enough that he was mean. And he was wanting to fight. And as the guy was standing there, all of a sudden I was shocked. The guy dropped like a lead balloon and seemed to be grabbing his leg, but I couldn't tell for sure. And he was screaming now. And I mean loud screaming, pain that you couldn't imagine. And and then the guy that had been hit, he got up holding his mouth and he was bleeding some. And him and his girlfriend helping him, they came our direction. The other 4 men were still looking at the guy on the ground wondering, why are you on the ground? And the young man and the young girl walked by me and I reached in and handed paper towels to them to try to keep the bleeding and said, get out of here. And they agreed and they was doing their best to do just that. I loaded up and I got the devil out of there myself. 2 days later, I saw the man that had been hit, and his old lip was still puffed up and everything. And so I asked him, I said, what happened? How did you get that guy down, drop him so quick? And he said, well, he waited until there was, you know, he got the cobwebs out of his head when he was laying on the ground. He said he reached up without the guy seeing him, and he got his metal pen. And he said with all the force he could possibly muster, when he was bouncing around beside him, he got real close and he shoved that just as hard, or thrust it as hard as he could into that guy's ankle. And the guy dropped like a lead balloon. And the fight was over that part. But he said he kept a pen then hidden because he thought he might have to fight the other 4. And I thought, what a wise move in a desperate situation. And he was also afraid for his girlfriend. And so a pen can be mightier than a fist if push comes to shove. And I thought that was an interesting way of looking at it, and something I had never thought about back in those days. And I did see the bully, and he was on crutches 2 weeks later, still hobbling around from being stupid and attacking somebody and then standing close to them after the attack. But this is McCook's Mr. Bill, and that was the first football fight after the game that I ever saw, though I saw others. And so I hope you rate this film and check out some of my other videos. Thank you.